Good morning, I'm Crystal with Whole New Perspective. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't done so, please consider subscribing. Have I got a challenge for you? So this month of February, we are Homemade Mixes 2023 challenging you. So I have already started for this month, and I hope that you come along and that you add a homemade mix along with me. So all you will need to do is enter the hashtag homemade mixes 2023 and please tag me in that so that I will know you have added a homemade mix. This is such a fun challenge. You know, we all make a lot of different mixes, but we make them differently. And so this is a wonderful opportunity to learn to make these mixes from one another. And I also believe that it is a money saver. And also it can save your health because you will know exactly what you've put into your mixes. So let's move on to the mix that I am going to share with you today. I'm excited about this mix. It's one that I am out of, and I really did need to go ahead and make up several more batches. So that mix, it is very similar to the Jiffy Cornmeal mix. Yeah, very similar to this, except I can read every ingredient and I can pronounce every ingredient in this mix that I'm going to make. And I really can't do that with this mix. So I'm putting this aside and I'm going to go ahead and make my mixes. Now, I put my mixes in these bags, and I do that for several reasons. I do reuse these bags, but I also like to write what I need to add. So once I make this mix, then we'll go over what we need to add for it. I've already made several mixes, and I like to put them in this particular container or container similar to that. It stands up really nice and neat in my pantry, and I can add other mixes as well. So come on, I'm just going to move the camera so you can see exactly what we're adding to make this sweet cornbread mix. All right, I'm going to add 2/3 cups of flour. Did you know that the Jiffy mix has quite a bit of flour, more flour than cornmeal? So 2/3 cup of flour. This is a 1/2 cup of yellow cornmeal. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. You can add up to 3. I only add 2. I'm going to add a tablespoon of baking powder. I make my own baking powder because it's just a lot easier and it's cheaper as well. I have those ingredients on hand. And then I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And guys, that is it. Very easy, very simple. And then I just shake them up. When I get ready to make it, I already have my ingredients that I need on the bag. So this mix was really just that simple. And it's definitely a pretty cheap mix to make because I'm sure you probably already have all these ingredients on hand. And if you just make up your batches, it'll be a whole lot easier for you to do that. And that way, when you need it, if you're like me, I'm rushing home, trying to get something on the table. My mix is already ready. All I need to do is dump it. I'm gonna add 1 egg, add 1/3 cup of milk, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. I like to add butter. And then I'm going to bake it. I'm baking it at 400 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes, and then it'll be ready. Now, if you want to, I'm sure you could add this milk powder. So maybe a tablespoon of this milk powder to your mix, and that way you'll only need to add 1/3 cup of water. So when I get ready to make some of this, I'll just bring you along with me and I'll show you how easy it is to make. So I hope that you take this opportunity to make some mixes with me as I do the hashtag homemade mixes 2023 challenge. And this is a money saving mix as well. Most of the mixes that we'll be making will be money saving because we already have these ingredients at home. So why not take advantage and make up these mixes? That way they're ready to go whenever you are ready. And for me, it's a time saver. If you're not concerned with your time, then maybe you just make it as you go. But I like to go ahead and have these mixes available. So thank you so much for coming along with me as I made this mix that's similar to the Jiffy Cornbread mix. I appreciate it. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below for me.